involved in talking about the war, but I thought his tone as he left Islamabad was on the bellicose side, that is to say, rather implying that the United States will be forced back to some sort of military action. How do you read it?
Yes, I think you're perfectly correct. Vice President Vance was reluctant in his support for the war, but he took charge of the negotiations because he thought there was a serious possibility of at least extending the truce. But when confronted with Iranian intransigence and firmness and resilience, he realized that there is no compromise possible between the US position and the Iranian position.
I mean, J.D. Vance said at one point, well, they wouldn't accept our terms, which doesn't particularly sound like negotiation. Let's think about those terms individually rather than collectively. I imagine the point that matters the most to the United States is an Iranian willingness to give up its nuclear weapon ambition. And the Iranians are not shifty on that. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct, although there is some wiggle room in terms of language, but they don't want to state unequivocally that they will never, ever have a nuclear weapon or develop a nuclear weapon because, as we all know, Israel has nuclear weapons, and they think that it would be entirely disproportionate and imbalanced if Israel is not pressured also to forego their nuclear weapons.
So has it been until now the position of Iran that they were building a nuclear weapon and they had every right to? I thought for a long time they were denying that that's what they were up to. Has the position developed there then?
No, their position was always that they weren't building a nuclear weapon. But there was a bit of, how can I say, subterfuge in that. They were, yes. They were building the possibility of building a weapon and approaching the conditions and state of rapidly breaking through that barrier from development to production. But they weren't actually building a nuclear weapon as such. But they had the know-how, the capability, until June last year, the capability to rapidly develop a nuclear weapon, rapidly meaning months or years, a short time of 1 year or so.